Hi there guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Watchful Wrist and today we are going to be reviewing a Seiko Srpc93k1. So this particular Seiko is one that I've had in my collection for a little over a year and a half now. I put this watch down as the first proper automatic one that I had. This is the one that really did give me the bug to properly get into watch collecting, really getting into the history of the different brands. Obviously, many of you know Seiko have got a very rich history when it comes to horology and watch collecting. So the watch arrived in this nice little box like this. Open it all up to reveal the main watch box itself. Nice black leather with blue etchings around the side, obviously giving a nod to the ocean side of the Seiko range. Open the box up like so. You've got all the standard guarantee stuff with the guarantee card in the back of it there. All of the instruction booklet as well. Lift this off to reveal the watch. And as you can see on the top of the box there, Prospex Save the Ocean, which obviously is letting you know that this is part of the Pro Specification diver range. Save the Ocean is what I will go into a little bit later on the review. Lift the watch out. Little tags on it as well. Again, Seiko Prospex and Save the Ocean there. So what we will do is we will get the watch off the holder, take all the tags off and get on with the review. And here is the watch, all revealed with everything all taken off it. Like I mentioned, this is the Seiko Srpc93k1, which is part of the Prospex family that they make over at Seiko, which is denoted by the Prospex logo on the watch face there. That means that the watch is 200 meters water resistant or 660 foot. It's also part of the Save the Ocean family, this one, which I'll delve into a little bit later on. Many of you will probably know this style of watch by Seiko as being known as the Samurai family, which again is noted by the way the minute and the hour hands on the watch look there. And I really do love the way the blue face on this starts off as a really light blue and fades down to a dark blue at the bottom, again imitating the way that the ocean looks. So beating away on the inside of this Seiko is their in-house 4R35 automatic hacking and hand winding movement. Those 4R35s really are a super robust movement, excellent timekeeping and completely bulletproof as well. Not necessarily a need to service them. You can get them serviced, but they do last a lifetime. The whole of the watch, the bracelet, and all the way up to the main bulk of the watch is all stainless steel. However, the crystal on the glass is only hardlex, meaning that it will scratch a little bit easier than it would if it was sapphire. However, reason for it being hardlex, with it being a diver's watch, it is going to get a lot more knocks and scratches on it, and hardlex is a lot easier to polish than sapphire crystal is. On the subject of it being a diver as well, on the back of the watch here, you do have the diver extension part of the clasp, which is on the side here. All you simply do is pop it open, and then that extends the watch, meaning that you can fit it over the top of your wetsuit with ease without having to add any extra links into the watch. Nice little feature put in there by Seiko. Many divers do have a diver extension to them, just making it much easier, like I say, to actually fit the watch over your wetsuit without you having to remove any links or actually play around with the watch. And in terms of dimensions for the watch, it really is a big, bulky one. It's 44mm in diameter, so it is a very large watch. Nice, chunky lugs on the side of it as well. It's 13mm thick, so it is definitely a big one. Again, just making it easy to wear, easy to use if you are underwater and you are using it for diving or any sports activity. You definitely cannot forget that this one is on your wrist. However, in terms of wearing it, it does fit quite nicely, even if you have got a smaller wrist, because the lugs taper down quite sharply there. It doesn't wear massive on your wrist, meaning that even if you do have a smaller one, the watch isn't going to look huge, which is always a good thing, because sometimes large watches on small wrists can look a little bit silly, but that is all down to the wearer of the watch. The watch features a unidirectional rotating bezel, which is a nice smooth rotation there, full amount of clicks for a diver. Lines up perfectly as well with all of the indices, no mismarkings, no nothing like that. The bezel itself does have a loomed pip and super loomed indices on it as well, meaning that if you are using the watch underwater, it's super legible for timekeeping, so you can actually get the bezel, set it to the time that you're at, and use the watch for the function that it is made for. That is not just there for aesthetics, it is there to actually be used. The edges of the bezel and the crown are in a nice gunmetal grey there as well, just contrasting to the rest of the watch, making it look quite nice. You've got polished edges there, as well as polished edges on all of the links, and then the rest of the watch all the way up, apart from on the inners of the links, is all brushed. Does come to a nice finish. Seiko are known for having relatively nice finishes on their watches, and this one definitely doesn't break the mold there. It really does look well. Nice solid end links on the watch as well, which you can see underneath there. It does actually have little markings on the inside here, meaning that you don't have to actually get the tool on the inside there to pop the lugs out. You can do it from the outside of the watch, which does make it a little bit easier than digging the tool all the way in there like you normally would have to. So flipping the watch round and getting to the clasp underneath there, as you can see, Seiko printed clasp. I've obviously got a few knocks on this watch now. I haven't worn it daily for a while. Push buttons, and that releases it there. Relatively standard clasp from Seiko there, nothing special, nothing bad either. And 4 notches worth of micro adjustments, and like I mentioned, you've got a diver adjustment there as well, so you can make this watch fit nice and snug. In terms of markings on the case back there, as you can see, you've got all of the standard Seiko markings, Seiko Special Edition, Air Diver, 200 meter, and then the Prospex logo, which is just below there as well. And as you get on all the Seiko divers, you get the etching on the back there, which is the wave of Kanagawa. That is pretty standard on most of the Prospex range and any of their divers, which have over 200 meters worth of water resistancy. Nice finishings to the back of the case as well. A lot of brushed parts, lots of polished parts as well, all contrasting each other, making it look very, very nice. And then the Seiko markings there for the stainless steel on it, A37. As you can see by the arrows there, the links themselves are unfortunately not screwed down, they are pushed. However, relatively easy to use, relatively easy to remove. There's not really that much of a taper on the watch. I get it going from 22 down to 20 mil. I might be wrong, however, that's what I've measured it up at. So it does wear quite big, quite chunky on the watch. Like I mentioned earlier on in the video, this particular Seiko is part of the Save the Ocean collection. Now what that is it works in partnership with Fabien Cousteau, who is the grandson of Jacques Cousteau, the oceanographer and the filmmaker. The Save the Ocean Foundation is all about preservation of the oceans, exploration of the oceans, and coral reef restoration as well. Something that me personally I am interested in. I've always been interested in fish keeping. I've owned many fish tanks over the years, kept plenty of marine life as well. So it's one thing that did attract me quite big to this watch, with it being connected to the Save the Ocean Foundation there as well. Seiko have got plenty of other watches in their range that are part of this collection as well, so if this is one that you don't like the look of, I'm sure you'll be able to find one from the collection that you do like. Parting words on this Seiko Samurai then, and they're all good ones as they have been throughout the review. If there was anything I could change about the watch, I would potentially add in sapphire crystal. I know that would make it a little bit harder to polish if there were any scratches in it. However, I have noticed in the short time that I've had this watch, there have been a couple of knocks and dings on the glass. If I just got a little bit of polish, I'm pretty sure I could polish it out. However, I'm quite lazy, so I don't want to do that. I don't really use this one as a beta or anything like that. It's just been general marks that have been on the watch. Like I say though, if I did polish it, I'm pretty sure they would come out. If there's anything else I'd change, I'd maybe add in a ceramic bezel rather than the standard stainless steel bezel that you do find on it. There are plenty of second-hand market modifications that you can do to these watches. The Samurais are known for infinite modability. You can change all of the crystals, you can change the bezels, the bracelets, the crowns, the lugs. You can swap the whole cases out. You can do umpteen things to change this watch, so even if you don't like it in its standard form, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to mod it and get it to how you want. This one is mod free, however it is something that I do plan on modding in the future, so if you've got any suggestions for me, leave them below in the comments and I'll have a little check out of them. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.